about whatever I can find that piques my interest and entertains the fuck out of my mind. Sometimes people ask me what I'm about. I don't know.
Hey, guess what? Guess what you're gonna ask me?
What?
You're gonna ask me about my experience.
Oh, what experience?
My experience.
What the fuck are you talking about?
With the penis doctor, man.
Oh, yeah, said it. What's the big deal about your penis now? You can't have sex?
Well, not for like 2 days after. After
Not
my
for 2 days
pee hole
after?
was raped.
You are aware that you don't even know exactly what he did in your dick, right? That they put a sheet on top of it, and he did some work down there. You don't even know, right?
I know exactly what he did. He took this big black fucking camera, okay?
Did you see it when it was happening?
No, I closed my eyes.
You closed your eyes?
Yeah, I closed
Okay.
my eyes.
Maybe he did something else. That's what you were told. He knew you were going to close your eyes. I think they probably planted something on you. Watch when you have a kid. If you ever have a kid in the future, oh my God.
Well, I mean,
But
they gave me a pill, right? This little blue
A
pill.
pill?
I forget what it was called. Fuck, I have the
oh,
bottle
wait a
somewhere.
minute. You don't know the pill that he gave you?
I know what it's called, but it's over there. I can't get it. I can't. Fuck, hold on. What is it? It's some kind of like relaxant.
Okay.
It's called lorazepam.
Okay.
Apparently, it's some anti-anxiety pill.
Yeah.
But motherfucker
Okay.
didn't do shit, eh? I remember when it was like, they're like, get naked, and I asked them if I could record it. And they're like, no, you can't record it. I'm like, oh fuck,
What's
okay,
the big?
fine.
You see, that's the part that I find suspicious. If he doesn't have anything to hide, why can you record your own surgery? If he's doing
You're not-
everything
yo,
professionally, what's the big deal?
But you're not allowed, like, legal. I don't think legally you can record in the hospital. Go to a hospital and whip out your camera and take a picture. They'll freak the fuck out.
You're not recording in the hospital. You're recording in your room in your own surgery. Maybe you can find your waiver that you're allowed. No, I'm saying.
I don't know. I asked. They said no, and it was in a hospital. So okay.
No, I don't know.
So anyways,
Yeah.
and then once I lied down, and the nurse, she left, and she was like I asked her, I'm like, oh, can I get a drink of water? She's like, you're already lying down. And I was like, but I'm really thirsty. She goes, oh God. And so she was really frustrated for some reason. I think because the doctor might have been, he was really serious. Maybe it was like work stress or something. Someone was telling me when I explained to them.
Well, dude, do you have any idea what doctors and nurses have gone through for the last year and a half?
Yeah. So she's probably stressed out. He just wanted to do it, get it done. And
You put me again on speaker, didn't you?
you're not on speaker, but I am recording you.
Okay. I know you're recording.
And then, so what happened was, I'm thinking, fuck, shit. I'm like, I could put my phone on like just audio recording, right? And I'm looking over and I'm thinking about it. And I was about to get up and I was like, fuck, I don't want to get up. And then she catches me like on my phone and freaks out because they're about to go into my pee hole, right? So I'm trying not to piss them off. I'm like, shit, I don't want, that's kind of like pissing off the waitress before you get your food, you know? You don't know what they're going to do. I was thinking like that. So I'm like, fuck, okay. And I didn't do it, so I didn't end up recording it.
Fuck. Dude, you should have recorded from the beginning. Even though they didn't want you to video record it, you should have put your phone to record. Yeah.
But that's what I thought when I was already naked and lying down. And
dude,
once I thought about it, I'm like, fuck, I can do it right now. But then, like I said, didn't want to piss them off. So
well, the phone recording wouldn't even been better because you don't know who they are, and you don't know who their voices are, and you don't have to put their names either.
well, you would have heard me, right? Fucking when it first went in there, I was like, yeah, you know, he did.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy comes in here, and then he puts down this blanket. I guess, or no, not a blanket. He takes this orange, I guess, antibacterial, starts wiping it fucking everywhere. You know, he's like,
Did he put it on your dick too?
put it all over my dick, man. He lubed me the fuck up.
You got a man on your dick. That's funny.
So he lubed me up with this orange, like, antibacterial stuff. And then he goes, and
What's up? What? Oh my god! What? Oh my god! That's fucking hilarious. That sounds like something out of a comedy.
Okay. I wasn't that I was nervous, but then again, I wasn't that nervous because I had a friend. Like I was talking to my friend about it, and then she was just like, "Okay, listen, it's not that bad," because she's a nurse, and then she was telling me about her pregnancy and like how she was like bleeding and all this shit was happening to her in her pregnancy.
She's a woman. She doesn't know what it feels like for a man.
No, but still, she just like, I went through birth and like explained it all. Like it was horrific, the things she said to me.
Oh yeah.
I should have pulled it up and read it to you, but I can't find it. It's in a text somewhere. But anyway, she was saying they had the fucking blood everywhere and there was ice bags and she had to wear. I don't know. Once I read what she wrote, I was like, okay, I guess it's not that bad. I feel a little better about it myself now because pregnancy is way worse.
Well, technically speaking, it is going to be bad because you've never been through that. So it's going to be your first experience for your mind and body.
Yeah, but what I did is like the day before I went and Googled the procedure, right? And so I found a urologist on like there's a bunch of them on YouTube. As it was kind of fucked up because the lady that was explaining the whole procedure on YouTube had this like fucking perma smile. Like, Joker's just constantly smiling even when he's not smiling. I'm like, yeah, you would be fucking smiling all the time, eh? When you're doing this to people.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I saw the camera that they're putting in. It's this black camera. And at the end of it's like a ball, so that's the camera, and then it's kind of thin at the the first like inch at the tip is thin, but then it gets really thick, and then it's fucking like a foot and a half long. And I'm like, holy fuck, it's gonna ram that fucker right in that little hole, huh?
Holy fuck.
Yeah. So, but I watched the little video on it, so I kind of knew what I was getting into. So when the doctor came in the room, and this dude is serious, man. There's no small talk, nothing. Considering what he's gonna do to me, at least he can kind of like calm me down, like rub my fucking forehead and be like, it's okay. No, none of that shit. He's like, okay, lie down, I'm gonna put on the blanket. And I'm like, holy fuck, this is happening really quick. And he starts rubbing the fucking antibacterial stuff right there. He's like, okay, now I'm gonna insert. He pulls the table over, and I see the camera. I'm like, okay, I saw that camera in the video. Okay, that's what's happening. Okay, it's not gonna be that bad, right? He goes, okay, I'm gonna insert the numbing cream, and pulls out this big ass syringe. He's like, I'm gonna stick it in your tip and I'm just gonna shoot it in. Okay, and I'm like, okay, are you gonna count to? He goes, whoop, poof, and I was like, oh, like that wasn't. It wasn't that bad actually. The syringe just kind of went in like maybe a quarter inch or some half inch or whatever. So I was like, whoop, and then he just goes, just shoots it in, right, the numbing cream, right down my pisser hole. And you know what it feels like? It feels like when you blow your load. You blow a big load, you can feel your jizz just fucking shooting right through your pee hole and just coming out, right? Yeah. It's like that, way more intense, but the opposite direction. So it's kind of like somebody coming backwards into your pee hole.
I think you had an internal orgasm.
It
sounds like you had an internal orgasm, Adam. The man gave you an internal orgasm. That's fucking hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie, man. It was like the sensation was kind of nice. It did. Like that part was just like when it went backwards. It was like oh, that wasn't bad at all. It's kind of nice.
That shit would have been perfect for reality TV, man. I swear.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of thinking next time I date someone, I'm gonna give them a syringe and be like, do you mind shooting this inside?
Holy fuck! You want? Holy fuck! You see, your mind is getting kinky.
It's a new kink. I got a new kink. Getting cream shot into my pee hole.
Oh shit! You got. I think you're growing a fetish now because you haven't forgotten about it, and the fact that you haven't forgotten, you're enjoying it.
It was kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. And if you think about it, it's like coming, but the opposite direction. It's like the backwards come. So I don't know. I can't be that hard to convince somebody. Just be like, hey, listen, if you rub it enough, I'm gonna blow my load. It's gonna go that way. What's wrong with just shooting something back in?
You sound like a virgin. You sound like a virgin.
You're gonna make me. You're gonna make me come, but you're gonna be coming inside of me with a syringe. Maybe.
Did you tell the doctor that?
Well, if he was looking at my face, he probably knew I liked it. I was like, oh.
Oh my god. Oh, that's funny, man. So anyways, like, how numb were you? You didn't feel any pain, right?
Well, okay, here's the thing. I guess it did work. The fucking pill didn't work, the anti-anxiety, because I was telling him after he shot it in, and he's like, okay, now we're gonna go with the camera. But usually when fucking doctors do anything, at least, okay. For example, when I went for like a physical, and I went for, you go for your all, they test you for all kinds of sexual whatever.
Yeah.
They'll just test you for everything, right? Just for fuck, right?
Yeah.
I had a nurse one time says, okay, put your back against the wall, pull your pee out. And
what?
She's like, I'm going to stick
put your back against the wall?
Yeah. This is just an example, right? And she goes, I'm going to count to 3. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, I'm going to shove this Q-tip into your dick hole.
Oh, my God.
And she goes, okay. She had it right at the tip. She goes, okay, I'm gonna count to 3, and I go, okay. She goes 1, just rams it right in there. You're like, God, you know, just dry Q-tip. She doesn't even lube it up for you, man. Just dry Q-tip right in. It fucking burns like a motherfucker. And I was like, what happened to 2 and 3? And she goes, well, if I said 2 and 3, then you would know it was coming and probably try and move.
Exactly.
Right?
That's what happens. Yeah.
But at least she gave me an opportunity to kind of prepare for it, and it was like, hey, I'm gonna count to 3, and then just went for 1. Man,
it's all psychological, man.
Yeah, urologist. He just holds up the camera. He goes, okay, now we're gonna put the camera in, and I go, okay, you're gonna count to 3, and he goes, here, boom, and he goes, I'm just gonna put it in a little bit first, and then we're gonna start putting it through. And I go, okay. All of a sudden, wham, and I'm like, ooh, you know, the first bit to get it in there. That part was fucked. It hurt. It didn't hurt. It stung like it was in there, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes, okay, it's in, now it's going. And I'm like, what happened? 1, 2, 3. And he goes, we got to get this done.
So do you get to see the video? Like,
there's a monitor. There was a monitor to the left, but I had my eyes closed.
Oh, so you didn't see it?
I kind of peeked at it, but I was just kind of like, oh my God.
Yeah, you were panicking, I know. But I guess they don't give you a recording after, right?
Well, let me get to that. So, no, they don't give you a recording, because I'm like, he's like, oh, take a look. There's something right there. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll look at it after. Just do it. Come on. Like, do what you got to do and get out. Like, just come on.
No.
But it was like the first initial push in was like, oh fuck, right? But then once it was in, I couldn't like there's like holes along the stick, right? And they're constantly spraying water out, so it's almost like it feels like a water slide in your pee hole.
Uh-huh.
It's a fucking crazy sensation. It's in there.
Holy
and then
fuck.
and while he's just shoving it in and he's going for my bladder because he wants to see my bladder. And
holy fuck.
And all you just also like inside
how
your
far did they stick that shit up?
I don't know, probably like a foot or something. They went all the way to the top of my stomach, wherever your bladder is. So they went from my pee hole into my wherever your bladder is. Like your bladder is like in the middle somewhere by your belly button. I don't know, upwards. Like,
holy fuck.
It's in there, man. And he's got to go all the way around the bladder too, right? He's got to look around the whole thing. So he probably like went in and swerved around.
How the fuck? I mean, they had to give you. What is it that they gave you that you didn't feel any of that? I mean, fuck.
Is that the snake? The snake has like little holes all over it and is pumping water throughout the whole thing to keep it lubed up. So it's constantly wet while it's going in there. So I didn't feel shit. Like after the initial fucking shove in. And that was pressure. That was serious pressure. It was like, right? But the rest of it, you can feel the water inside. I can feel the water spraying inside my pee hole and just kind of below it on my lower tummy there. But other than that, I couldn't feel anything moving around. And I was sitting there like, oh, fuck, right? So he did say when he was in my bladder, he said, can't match your bladder now. And he's like, take a look, and I kind of peeked at it quickly, and I was like, oh fuck, and then I closed my eyes again. I was like, hey, get it out. You done? Are you done? He's like, yeah, I'm done. Okay, I'm gonna pull it out, and he's like, okay, it's out, and I'm like, what? I didn't even feel it come out. Like you don't even feel it come out. It's just you just feel like the sliding sensation, like you know when you're in a water slide, just like.
Oh.
It did like it's.
COVID, you had a first time experience. That's why you actually enjoy it at the end. Now I think you're looking back now at it, and you're thinking back, and you're actually enjoying it.
Kind of want to do it again. No, it's not. It's actually not that bad, right? Because
oh my god.
No, it's not that bad because
what? The way you explain it.
Well, you think that you're like when you see how thick this thing is, and you look down at your pee hole, how the fuck are you gonna get that in there, right?
I don't know.
The thing is thick. It's thick. It's huge, right? But I guess like your outer pee hole's tiny, but maybe inside is wider. So it's just you got to get through the first part of the pee hole.
Yeah.
And then. No, like I thought it was gonna hurt, and he's like, "No, listen, it's actually not that bad. It's very uncomfortable. It doesn't hurt." And I watched videos on it, and that's what they said. And I have nurse friends, and I asked them, and says, "Yeah, I've heard it. I heard it doesn't hurt. It's just very uncomfortable." And the first part, the first shove-in was uncomfortable, but after that was interesting. It was an interesting feeling.
What happened? What happened after everything was done? How were you walking?
Well, there was a guy. This old guy, he had it done a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And
oh shit.
And when I was sitting there in the waiting room, there was like 7 people waiting to get their pee hole cameraed. What do they call it again? The fuck do they call it? I can't even remember. Anyways, when they stick the camera in your pee hole, there's a word for it from the urologist, like a urologist. I'll figure it
Wait,
out. Fuck. Hold
so
on. What is it called?
But what I wanted to know, once everything was done, how were you walking? Were you scared of standing up on your feet? Were you worried about standing up on your feet?
Oh, it's called a cystoscopy. I don't even know how to say that. Cystoscopy.
Medical term.
I can't say it. Cyscos and whatever.
Yeah, it's a medical word. It's a medical term. So,
I never say
anyway,
it, so whatever. But no, and I was fine. No, I was fine walking after. But what I'm saying is there was this guy in the room, this older dude, and I was talking to him about it. And he was explaining to me, like, he's used to it. He says, yeah, it's pretty fucked up. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. He's like, it's not that bad, though. It's just very uncomfortable. But he had to keep doing it. He said after the numbing cream, he says the worst thing, though, is when you're done and your pee hole is still numb. Your pee hole's still numb from the numbing cream.
So
and he
when
says
everything
peeing
was done,
after is fucked up.
Yeah, so when everything was done, you weren't feeling anything. You started feeling everything back again when it was wearing off, right?
Yeah, but he said apparently, like, when you pee and your hole is still, your urethra, I guess you call it, is still numb from the cream, that it burns when you pee after. So I was kind of nervous to pee. I was like, oh fuck. So I recorded myself, like, I'm okay. This is me peeing for the first time after getting a camera shoved in my hole, and I peed, and it didn't burn or anything. I was like, yeah, it's not that bad. No, I didn't get any of that.
However,
no, it didn't burn. It kind of a little bit.
However, what were the after effects after the numbness and the drugs wore off? The after effects.
Oh, okay. Here's the fun part. So the drug that he gave me, the anti-anxiety pill. He said take an hour before and it should kick in. Didn't fucking kick in. Guess when it kicked in? Kicked in an hour after I was done when I got home and had a fucking beer. Then it really kicked in.
Were you even supposed to drink alcohol after all that?
Yeah, he said it was fine. Yeah, I asked him, can I drink alcohol or anything? He said, yeah, well, whatever. If it relaxes you, fine. So I did. I had one beer, and then wham! I started getting kind of like fucking not nauseous, but like a little bit woozy. I was like, woo! I was like, oh, there it is. Yep, there's the pill. Fucking, if I knew this, I would have had a beer right before he did it. But
well, think about it. It was just an hour before that they pumped you with a pill, and I don't know what else they pumped you with.
No, but the pill I took an hour before the procedure, so it was supposed to kick in by the time I had the procedure.
Okay. Meaning that means that still the pill and the residual of the pill was still inside your system then.
Yeah, it just took a while to kick in, I guess. I don't know. But
it was still inside your system then.
But the thing,
so
the after effects for me, what they said would happen, like, it's going to be sore for 48 hours. It's going to burn when you pee. No, didn't have any of that. It was fine. The only thing I had was I couldn't get 100% boner for like 3 days.
Holy fuck.
Like, actually, the next day I woke up and like I can only get fucking like my boner was like 72%. And I was just like, oh, and I'm just like I'm pulling on it. I turn on a porn, I'm pulling on it, and I'm just it's not getting fucking 100%. It's only like at 70%. I'm like, oh, fuck me, and then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I had a procedure yesterday. Okay, that makes sense.
Are you sure you wanted to be doing that after going through that procedure? I
know. Should I be touching it?
Was that?
Yeah, really. Should I touch it after that?
Yeah, like, do you really want to be like fucking around with your dick after you had that procedure? Technically, you're supposed to let it heal.
Well, there's nothing. What's there to heal? Nothing got cut open. It just kind of got stretched out.
Yeah, nothing got cut open on the outside. You don't know how it is in the inside.
No, it's fine. If you saw this snake, it was pretty smooth, and there was nothing there to cut, or it wouldn't have got caught on anything. But it took me like 3.5 days to get a fucking full on boner. The one thing that really, I guess, because of like the kind of stress of having that go in my body, I was like constantly napping for 2 days after.
You were what?
Sleeping. Like I was super tired for the like 2 days after. I was like really, really tired.
You were sleeping after. Oh, well.
Yeah, I was like, why am I so tired? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I fucking got my pee hole ransacked.
Nah, I don't think it was probably because of that. I think it's just an aftershock. A procedure like that you never had it before.
But that's what I'm talking about. Aftershock would be stress. It was stress to my pee hole. Like I just had something go inside my body. I've never had anything inside my body poking around my bladder. Right? So
a shock like that will like put you down
tired,
for a while.
Very tired. But it's not that bad. It's not at all. So if anyone listens to this and they have to go through the procedure, the psychoscopy or whatever, however you say it, Well, what
Well,
are you saying?
you are aware that everybody's different. Your body's different from the next man, and the next man's body is different from the next man. So maybe this is how your body took it. Your mind and body took it. You enjoy it as an internal orgasm.
Yeah, I didn't have the typical
That doesn't mean the
symptoms.
next person. That doesn't mean the next person is going to be the same, man.
No, what I'm saying is like the next doing it. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't. It's uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. It's bearable.
No, it does hurt at the beginning, like everything else, right?
Yeah, but it's quick because he shoves it in so quick. It's just like gah, you know. It's kind of like when you get cut. It's like gah, you know. It's a quick one. It's just a quick pain.
Oh, okay.
And then once it's in, once it's in, you don't feel it going in. You just feel water spraying everywhere inside of you. It's kind of waterworks.
Holy.
Like
Sounds like a good first.
you're getting lubed up inside.
Sounds like a good, interesting first time experience. You should go on YouTube on a YouTube channel and talk about it.
I'm talking about it right now. Maybe I'll put it on my YouTube. We'll see. But you know why this all happened?
What?
So I came back from a trip from Fort Erie, and I pissed out blood clots.
Yeah. So So what happened with the results? Did they tell you the results after or anything or what?
Oh yeah, this was a good one. Well, I'll tell you, my friend. I didn't tell anyone up until recently, but
You're telling
I went.
everybody you're recording it, right? So
Yeah, because I don't care anymore. But right after the procedure, I went and talked to the doctor, and he goes, "Oh, well, you have a tumor." Oh, I'm like, "What?"
You're joking, right?
No, I have a tumor on my bladder.
Like, what do you? So what does that mean?
And I asked him. That's what I said to him. What does that mean? I'm like, you can't just say tumor. Well, what is it? What kind of tumor, right?
I know.
He goes, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? And he goes, I don't know
real?
yet. He's like, you're gonna have to come back. We got to cut it out, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, holy Jesus Christ! I'm like, can you tell me anything, right? Like, how big is it? Like, what did it look like? He's just like, listen, I'm gonna call you in a couple of days. I have to review things and all this stuff. Like, I was like, what the fuck, right? So I leave, and my buddy's waiting outside because I took the anti-anxiety pill. They said you can't drive, so I got someone to drive me.
Yeah.
And he goes, so what happened? I'm like, I have a tumor. And he goes, oh shit.
You told Willie that?
Mm-hmm. And he goes, you serious? And he goes, but is it like there's two versions. There's like it's called benign or non-benign. Like benign would be like it's not cancerous. Benign's the good one. No, it's the good one.
Okay.
It just means it's a tumor, but it's not doing anything. It's just sitting there.
Okay.
Right, and then non-benign would be like a cancerous. It could look it's all fucked up looking and spreading around doing things, right?
Okay.
But he didn't really say anything. He just says, I don't know. I'll call you and I'll let you know. So for 2 days, I'm freaking the fuck out. I was super stressed, right? Start reading everything about it. The good thing about it, if it is cancerous, on the bladder is very slow growth. It doesn't grow that quick. But it's very tragic if it is cancer. It's very tragic.
Okay, enough with the explanation. Get straight to the point. What is the next thing after the doctor told you have a tumor on your dick?
It's not on my dick. It's on my bladder. It's inside my dick. But, so what happened is I called my family doctor. I said, listen, man, I'm freaking out. I need information. You gotta like call him and get like tell me something, right? He found the file, and on the file it said it's what is it called? Smooth, and benign appearance. So my doctor's like, you know what? That's probably nothing. It's good.
So are you saying that's the reason? Are you saying that's the reason why you were peeing blood?
Probably. Because of the
probably.
tumor.
You don't probably. That means that
oh
you don't
shit!
have
I didn't even ask him. Why is it? I didn't even ask him. Is that the cause? You think that's the cause of the blood? Probably. Well,
dude,
most likely.
Dude, you said it's serious. You have to find out the reasons. Reasons, man. Like what the fuck?
Let me write that down.
Like you didn't even ask if that's the reason why you were peeing blood, because there's a tumor. Is the peeing blood a sign of the tumor? That's what.
You know what? Go fuck yourself, okay? When someone sits there and says you have a tumor and doesn't tell you why, you're kind of gonna get a little confused in your head and be like, huh?
At the present time, yes, but after 1 day and 2 days, you gotta start thinking more clearly.
Well, okay, I can call him again. I'll call him and ask him. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Anyways, so what I have to do now is they gotta get it out. That's
what I'm saying. That's why I was telling you. Enough of the explanation. Now that they found it, what is the next part after they find it? I say surgery. Is it pills? Is it cutting it? Or like, what is the doctor saying? What is the next step?
It's a procedure where they're gonna put me under this time,
Oh my god, yeah.
They're putting me this time. They're putting me under, and they're going back in my pee hole with some kind of tool of some kind, and they're gonna chop it off and then pull it out of my pee hole, and then send it out for testing.
And then like sew your pee hole again, like.
I don't know what they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna sew up the fucking bladder. I think they're just cutting it off and then letting the bladder heal on its own.
Oh, okay.
But he said too. He goes. Yeah, I can't work for a week because as soon as I wake up, I'm gonna wake up with a fucking catheter and a bag on my waist.
With a cast?
Catheter.
Oh, okay.
You know what a catheter is?
Uh-huh.
Catheter is a tube that they shove up your dick hole, and then you pee through the tube and it goes into a bag that's hooked onto your waist.
Oh shit.
So I gotta pee in a bag for a week.
And you gotta keep doing that for a week?
Yeah, so I can't go to work, nothing. I gotta sit home, and pretty much he's gonna hack something off of my bladder, so I have to stay home because I'm probably gonna be tired from that too.
Makes sense. Now,
and he also said too, he's like, hey, listen, I can't. Usually it's a clean cut, but he's like, sometimes I kind of miss, and I might nick your bladder a little more than I should, and you're gonna have to keep the catheter for a few more days, for 2 weeks. I'm like, fuck, man, come on, like, it's just like, don't drink the night before.
Oh yeah. So when is that gonna happen? Have you started the procedure for
November.
that? November.
Yeah,
okay.
November.
So
and then they're gonna send it out. They're gonna send it out for
November
testing.
November when?
11th.
Oh, November 11th. Are you fucking kidding me? That's Remembrance Day. Remembrance Day.
I have an anniversary on that day.
Out of all dates, like November 11th, it's weird that you get that one
If
on
that person's
November
listening,
11th,
they would know what I'm talking about.
and then you get that one on November 11th, and then I remember my second shot before I changed it. My second shot fell on September 11th too. My second shot fell on September 11th. But okay, so that's gonna be on November 11th. Okay, so now what I wanted to ask you, how is your mom doing? You told your mom. Of course, you told your mom from the very beginning.
Well, anyways, before we start talking about that, I'm gonna wrap this up. So
yeah.
Did you enjoy my story?
It was awesome.
Yeah? If you ever have to get a camera shoved in your pee hole, do you think I made you feel a little bit more comfortable about it?
Yeah, I don't know about that in my case, but hey, it has to be done. It has to be done. You live today and fight tomorrow, man.
Don't worry, you're gonna call me and you're gonna say you have a pee hole fetish too.
I'm
gonna go buy it. I'm gonna go to the store and get a syringe. One of those I'm gonna get one right now. A cream syringe.
You never know. I mean, Madonna was right. Being a virgin and touching for the very first time. So,
fair enough.
She was that number one hit, man. What do you know? But anyways, cut off the thing and what's going on with your mom?
All right, later. I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention though.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay, hello. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you forget to mention?
Forgot to mention, but I asked him, I said, what could have caused this? Okay, the penis doctor. And he said, smoking. I go, really? And I remember I was smoking those Colt whiskey cigars, and I was inhaling them, and I was smoking a ton of them, like all summer and pretty much all last year. That's probably what it could have done it. Plus, I was drinking excessively almost every single day for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So that you could also get them from drinking. I was reading about. So probably from what I was doing to myself in the last 2 years being home.
It probably adds up. It probably could add up, but little by little.
But even my family doctor, he said, when I told him, I called him up. He says, "What's going on?" He said, "I got a tumor." Explained him everything, and he's like, "But you're only 36." And I'm like, "Yeah."
What does that matter? No, I mean, I'm actually surprised about that kind of like reaction from him. There's people way younger than you getting tumors.
I know, but I told him, I'm like, man, I've been drinking a lot, like on an alcoholic level, and smoking cigars and inhaling them and everything. And he's like, yeah, but you're still young. Like, you shouldn't happen at your age, right? I don't know. Maybe he's thinking like statistically, like it doesn't happen that often. Like it's rare, maybe for my age.
Yeah, I know, because it's kind of strange his reaction, because there's people that get tumors younger than you, and they don't even do all the shit that you do.
I know. But whatever, right? They said there's no way to pinpoint what caused it really, but I'm just guessing from my. I quit 3 days before my procedure. I quit the cigars. I'm just vaping. Chilled on the drinking, barely been drinking, so it's time for change in life. Whee! Also, you know it's gonna be fucked up?
What?
There's always a last hurrah. There's an encore.
An encore?
Yes, there's an encore. You know what the encore is?
The introduction, or what goes before what goes first before the act?
No, it's coming back from the act.
It's coming back from the act. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
the encore is
ending.
when you think it's done, and then there's one more thing to go. There's one more to
thing,
go.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
yeah. Okay.
So now I got to go for the procedure. I'm gonna be knocked out. Fine. I'm gonna wake up with a catheter. Have to piss in a bag for a week. That's fine. You know what? You know what's the encore? Is when I have to go back to the hospital, and they have to pull the catheter out.
Yeah.
That's got to be fucked up because listen, there's no water spraying inside. There's no lube. There's no numbing cream. It's just a fucking tube sitting there waiting to get popped out.
I have a feeling I have a feeling the rest of the year is already done for you.
Oh, it's gonna be fine. Yeah, they're gonna do it. I know they're gonna do it. They're gonna say, "I'm gonna count to 3." I'm gonna like, "Don't fucking lie to me." You're just gonna say 1. And just okay, 1. Woof.
Yeah.
They're just one big pull. It's gonna be like, ah.
Fuck, dude. I think the end of the year.
Hey, when I was a kid, I've seen someone get their catheter pulled out. Man, it hurt. It looks like it hurts a lot.
Oh yeah. and you're not. Of course, it's gonna hurt. For that one, for the encore, you won't be under the influence of nothing.
No. Hey,
Yeah,
I have a friend. I know someone who's a nurse, right? A friend who's a nurse, and she's like, I'm like, I could probably still go to work, right? Because he said, don't go to work, like just take it easy. And she's like, well, I mean, like, she's like, if you want to go to work with a catheter on, I'm like, do you know how a catheter works? I go, no. So okay, there's a tube.
When are they taking that thing off? Like,
listen, hold on. Listen, you're not listening. Let me finish. So she said the way it works is that there's a tube up your pee hole, and she says at the end of the tube, like there's a balloon, and that's what keeps it in there from sliding out. And she's like, if you get caught on something and that yanks, and that balloon comes out your dick hole, it's not gonna be fun. That's gonna do a lot of damage.
Fuck.
And I'm like, oh, so you gotta go to the hospital, and they have these tools or something to deflate the balloon, and then they rip it out. But if you get it pulled out with that balloon inflated,
dude, you might, if you don't take care of this shit, you might end up being an eunuch. You know an eunuch?
What's an eunuch?
An eunuch. If I remember, the word is ENUCH. In the ancient world, there were men that were castrated. Their dicks were off.
Off with your head.
They were in ancient Greece, ancient Rome, and ancient Egypt. The word eunuch. Yeah, men that were castrated.
I'm not getting castrated for fuck's sake. It's just a little tube in my pee hole.
Yeah, you better be careful. Yeah, so
should be okay. These are professionals, okay? They just have to make sure the balloon's deflated and they pull it out right. It's okay.
So
you want to come and hold my hand?
Hold your hand.
Yeah, come and hold my hand. Or videotape. Like, somebody's got to record it when it gets pulled out.
I don't know.
That I'm gonna get recorded. I don't give a fuck. Someone's coming with me. I don't care if I have to just like sneak record that. I'm recording that fucker coming out.
Holy fuck. Anyway,
never a waste of time if it's recorded.
Let me think about it. Sounds interesting for my first time doing it.
Come on. But no, what if they fucking put me behind a curtain? It's like, no, you can't watch. That's a long way for you to come. They might do that too, eh?
No, I don't have. I can go there. I can be there. Hold your hand, but I don't have to look. All I have to do is that.
I'll just lie to them and say you're my boyfriend. It's like I need him. I need him. I'm so no. I need him to hold my hand.
So you're gonna do it on November 11, and as soon as you finish, you have to wait for 2 weeks, right? Nothing. You can't do anything for 2 weeks.
I have to wait a week. If he does it clean, if he fucking hacks a little bit, and then I gotta wait another few days or something.
I'll say probably after November 11, you might take 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks, and then after that, to take it off. As soon as you take it off, how long more do you have to wait after that you've been taken off? How much more do you have to wait?
I don't fucking know. Maybe another week or so. You should be okay. Might be a little stressed. Might not be able to get a boner for a while.
Yeah, that means
man. It's like almost Christmas.
That means that you're not gonna be done all this probably by maybe Christmas. Maybe Christmas. And by the time everything is done by Christmas, you gotta be taking it easy, yeah. No fucking all day long, eh.
Just stop. Don't touch it. Just stop touching it.
Yeah, no fucking all day long, eh. So as soon as all this done, is like you gotta take it easy with the fucking, man.
Well,
not going crazy, pounding on the first day back, eh? You never know, man.
Hey, but when it not touching it for that long, it's gonna feel real good when I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you go easy, man, because you have to make sure you heal up properly, man.
Yeah, we'll make it.
You gotta make sure you heal up properly. You don't want to have any surprises when you are in the act. You know.
You know what I got to do? I got to rehearse like Like remember in 40-Year-Old Virgin when he got his fucking chest waxed for the first time?
Yeah.
And he's I forget what he screamed. He's like, "Oh, sweet baby Jesus," or something, right?
Yeah.
I gotta come up with something to say when she pulls it out. I'll be like, "Holy cream on nipples!" You know, just say something really stupid. So the nurse like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
All I gotta say, if you wanted material for your podcast,
Holy John McEnroe!
Bro, all I gotta say, if you wanted material for your show on podcast show, you're gonna get it for sure. No, probably no. You're gonna get it for sure. So there's that's gonna be plenty of material for you to record. So there you go, man. There you go. New ideas, new things.
All right, man. That's that.
Okay.
Hope you enjoyed the story.
See ya.
My life always full of stories, never ending.
This is a day walker.
Later.
Bye.